This is Bassem Youssef, an Egyptian comedian, and this is what he has to say about the Israel and Palestinian conflict. Watch and pay attention, and then I will share my thought later.
You have family in Gaza, your wife's family, your in-laws are there, right?
Yes.
And tell me, can you talk to them?
No, I mean, I've been touring, so it's been difficult. It's been difficult enough for them to be in touch with my wife and her family. But the thing is, they have like many families there, like cousins and uncles, and they're all left their houses in Khan Yunis and Gaza and northern Gaza. And now they are in one apartment, in one building in Rafah, sharing it with 25 other families. And, you know, at any moment we can hear a bomb drop. But it's okay because Israel will apologize, I'm sure, as they usually do. I mean, like, I was so happy to listen to their sincere apology for killing the people from Central Kitchen. Oh my God, like the pain that they have to go through. I mean, even one of their spokesmen tweeted on Twitter, it's like, see what Hamas made me do. It's like, it is so interesting. And the thing is, what's really, for me, what's very interesting is the outrage, the global outcry. It's like, oh, how could you do that, Israel? But we forget James Miller, a British filmmaker that was also killed by Israeli snipers. We forget Tom Hartland, which he was like also a British activist who's killed in the head. We forget Shireen Abu Aqla, the American-Palestinian reporter. It's like every time it's like, oh, Hamas did it. Oh, we did it. We're so sorry. Let's continue. There's no accountability. And I know, let's continue. There's no accountability. And I know, and I say it everywhere I go, if Israel today ended the war, they will be actually praised. It's like, thank you so much for not killing more Palestinians. Maybe they even give a Nobel Peace Prize to Netanyahu. This will happen, you know, this will actually happen. Israel will be praised. There will be absolutely no accountability of what they did in Gaza for the past 6 months. This is what pains me. It's not like at the ending of the war. It's like after the war. It's like nothing they have done.
How do I react to you? How do I react to what you're saying and
I want you to react to me as if we are both citizens of the world. Mm-hmm. Because, you know...
I did. That's why I said what you're doing and and your piece.
And I want you for 1 second, like have an exercise, like step out of your anchor chair and look at the Western media as a viewer and see from the eye of a viewer the horrendous work that the Western media has done.
Tell me.
Because for months, the Western media went with the Israeli story, decapitated babies, gang rape, all of this. And then we know about the Hannibal Directive. We know how the Israeli troops killed a lot of their own citizens. Not I'm saying that Hamas didn't do anything, of course. All of the decapitated baby stories were debunked. The story that Antony Blinken went in and talked about the Hamas fighters who killed and raped and cut limbs and then had breakfast, all of that was debunked. And then the Western media, not a single time, they said, we're sorry, we messed up. We led the whole world to believe these lies in order to justify the daily killing of Palestinians. And not a single person came out and retracted their lies. And not even said, like, we should even look at what we said and we apologize for it. This is the problem. You know, and you're talking about sexual violence against what happened, but nobody's talking about sexual violence on Palestinian women every single day. Nobody's talking, like, I remember 2016, where the whole media was up in arms about, like, Russia interference in elections. Nobody's talking about how AIPAC is, like, basically bragging about paying all of these politicians to win their elections. Nobody is talking about that. And I wonder, as someone who left the Middle East and came to the West with the promise of free expression, and to say whatever I want, and I come here and I say all of these red lines about not talking about Israel, because if we talk about Israel, if we talk about it, we're going to be suddenly called anti-Semitic.
Do you not think the tone is changing, given the mounting death toll?
Slightly, but it is performative rage. Like the ward reader are so enraged about Israeli killing the 7 workers. And, you know, we talk about that, but I find that there's more rage about killing 7 foreign workers more than the rage about killing 30,000 Palestinians.
I mean, look.
Remember when we
say that?
Remember when 30,000 was too much? Remember when 3,000 Palestinians was too much? Yeah. You know what happened? 3,000. You know, tomorrow, if 300,000 Palestinians killed, nobody will care. Nobody will care. Numbers don't mean anything
Why
anymore.
do you think that is?
Because they don't look at Palestinians as equal human beings.
It is really hard to hear you say and hear others say that they don't look at us as people.
Because they were deemed animals, terrorists. Hamas sympathizers. Remember when we were out all the rage about like babies killed in incubators, then baby killed of hungers, and then people killed in stampede, and then it's old news now. Remember when we were talking about did Hamas or did Israel bomb the Al Ahli hospital, and since then Israel bombed 36 hospitals? It's just they move too fast, and by the time you just like catch up and you corner them, it's like, well, I'm entitled. I mean, like, if you talk about it, you're anti-Semitic. I'm doing this to protect myself. Here's the thing: every time Israel say like Israel have the right to defend itself, Israel had the right to exist, and I would say like Israel have the right to go f itself.
In the midst of the Arab Spring, amidst the chaos and cause for freedom, one man took to the screen not with a gun or a banner, but with a sharp wit and a microphone, and his name is Bassem Youssef. Dubbed the Jon Stewart of the Middle East, Bassem Youssef dared to do what no one in Egypt had done before: take on political satire in the heart of a revolution. Born in Cairo in 1974, Bassem Youssef was not always a comedian. In fact, he was a heart surgeon. Yes, saving lives was his day job, but during the Egyptian revolution of 2011, he found a different calling, giving people honor through humor. Youssef started small, posting satirical videos from his laundry room. His quick wit and fearless commentary resonate with millions, turning his channel into an oversight sensation. His success on YouTube caught the attention of Egyptian networks, leading to Bernameg, a groundbreaking satirical show that tackled political corruption, media hypocrisy, and societal issues. At its peak, the show was watched by over 30 million viewers per week. Bassem pulled no punches, scaring everyone from dictators to media personalities, often using parody, skit, and biting sarcasm. But in a country where freedom of speech comes at high cost, Youssef paid the price. Lawsuits, public backlash, and government pressures led to the cancellation of Bernameg in 2014. Bassem was forced to leave Egypt, fearing for his safety. It was not just a show, it was a movement, and when that movement threatened the status quo, they did everything they could to shut it down. Exiled from his home country, Youssef reinvented himself in the United States. He became an advocate for free speech, a stand-up comedian, and an author, sharing his story of courage and resilience. Through platforms like TED Talks and comedy tours, Youssef continues to challenge the status quo, proving that laughter truly is the best weapon against oppression. Bassem Youssef did not just tell jokes, he inspired a generation to question, to think, and to laugh in the face of fear. His journey from heart surgery to a comedic revolutionary is a testament to the power of humor in the fight for freedom. No matter how dark the times, there is always a reason to laugh, and sometimes the laughter can light the way to change. And there you have it, guys. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment box below. Until next time, cheers and have a good one.